Kayla here with a process video finally. I know I always promise these when I have a whole video and I never deliver. So I finally got my head around doing a process video. The reason I haven't been is because I just haven't been scrapbooking, to be seriously honest with you. So here it is finally, and I'm using the Maggie Home Shine collection, and I saw this page on Charms Creations, which is an Australian-based handmade embellishment business by Charm, and she makes these lovely felt embellishments. But anyway, one of her design team members were featuring one of her embellishments, and they'd used this cut file, and it is from Just Nick, and I just had to go and buy it because I just loved it. So I will put a link down below to their cut file shop because they do have lots of awesome cut files. So I just cut it out in white. They are quite fiddly. One of the little lines to one of my exes did break, so I had to glue that. So you've got to be careful when you lift them off your mat. But basically I am being totally inspired by Raquel here, who designs the Pink Paisley, and she's a fellow Aussie, and she is awesome with cut files. So a bit inspired by her, and what I did was wanted to back this gorgeous cut file and make a page of my son. I had these, when I was cleaning up my scrapbooking space, I had these pictures of my son from when he was like, he was 3 months old, because I'm just trying to think, they were taken for Mother's Day. So he's 2 now, so they are older photos, but I could just scrapbook them to my heart's content because I love the baby pictures of him. And to be honest, he doesn't have many 12x12 layouts of him as a baby because I project lifed his first year. So I don't mind now going back and creating layouts now the pressure's off and popping them into that album, because yeah, he doesn't have many 12x12 layouts, and I think they're completely different. They're a completely different style, and they're fun to work with. So I don't think I filmed this whole thing for you. I just showed you how I was backing a couple of those files. This is sort of the first time I'd done it, so it was a bit fiddly. So you can see the finished one there, and I used, I think, 3 different Maggie Home Shine papers, and one of them, which I think ended up getting covered up a lot, which was the black and white stripe, was actually from, I think it's We Are Memory Keepers. And now I'd pulled out a few embellishments. Some of them were from the Shine collection, like I'm pretty sure the 2 that I'm using now, the wreath and the rosette, are, and the frame that I frame my picture with is from the chipboard sheet. Now also that leaf is a silhouette die cut, which I'm actually not entirely sure where that cut file's from. I think it's from the Silhouette store. So I've also used one of the doilies, which if you're a member of an Australian face, oh, it's not Australian, it's actually international, but it was created by Adele, Scrapaholics Anonymous. You'll be happy to know you can get those doilies on Amazon, because I know everyone wanted some. So that is pretty awesome for those that felt they were going to run out, because Studio Calico was always out of stock of them. So now I'm just trying to arrange my embellishments on the page. I had picked out a few. I cut out the little moments from one of the pattern papers, and the vellum heart is from Studio Calico 7 Papers Baxter line. Now I don't think 7 Paper exists anymore, which is sad. A lot of changes have been happening in the scrapbooking industry, if people hadn't noticed, with well, a lot of behind the scenes stuff as well. Changes of ownership. Basic Grey is no longer, 7 Papers no longer, but Studio Calico is obviously focusing on their kits maybe. And they said, and sorry about this, don't mind the pen marks on that doily. My son is terrible for getting into my scrapbook stash, but that's fine. I was covering it up anyway, so that's fine. Now I'm backing the cut file, so that's all very interesting. Now I am working on placing my foam behind the cut file. This is so that I can pop this up a little bit, and I'm just using Fun Foam, which I got from my local Spotlight, and cutting strips that are small enough to fit in between some of the X's and squares or rectangles to fit on the O's, and then I'm just sticking all of this down. So I had to pull everything off the top so that I could work on sticking everything down, but that's totally fine because I was just playing around to see where I kind of wanted everything to be placed anyway. So this is sort of one of the more tedious jobs, but that's fine. I think I should have cut a few of them a tiny bit smaller, but I went back after I'd stopped filming the layout and fixed anything that you could remotely see. So now one of the things about the ATG gun is it really doesn't like rolling on foam. So I had a bit of trouble, but I got there in the end. This tape lasts forever, but I've gone through a roll, and that was last night in the middle of filming. You suck, ATG gun. But anyway, I'm placing that down now. In between there, I think I realised I had a little bit poking out, so I just cut a few where I could see them. And now I'm back to placing everything down, including the drawn-on doily that I was talking about, which of course you won't see, so it doesn't matter. And gosh, I'm sometimes a perfectionist, and then sometimes I'm really not. So just sort of arranging everything back to where I had it and where I want it. All goes nicely in there. I just didn't want those leaves to cover up the lovely on the Hello Lovely. And I'm mounting my photo on some foam just so it didn't fall into the background because the cut file is popped up. I absolutely love the look that the foam gives because it's not a really high foam, so you don't get super large, like it's not super dimensional, but it's enough dimension. It's just perfect. So I put that darling in there, and I'm just adding a little bit of Scotch quick dry glue. I thought that was really nice, and I didn't end up doing like a title as such, so I'm pretty sure I ended up just calling this one Darling or Hello Darling or something because yeah, I thought it would take away from all of the things I already had going on the page. So that's that little moments which is cut out from one of the patterns from Shine, and then I've got the vellum heart, and that was me trying to remove glue from my fingers, I think. Now, this happens every video. My Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher runs out of staples for sure every single time, and I think I emptied this trying to find gold staples, and I couldn't find gold or silver. They were all super colourful, and I didn't really want those for the page. So then I realised I had a brand new unopened pack of silver, so I think I opened those and filled up my... Sorry, you're getting total cleavage shots in this video. I'm so sorry, it's the way my camera was set up. So yeah, I just wanted some staples to staple down that heart, and then I'm not sure what I do next. Oh, I've got this little ramekin of punched out glittery hearts, and I had a few different colours of the glitter cardstock, and I got to my heart punches and punched out loads of hearts because I love them for that little touch, especially with Project Life, because the teeny ones are really good for that, but they're also awesome for scrapbook pages. So I put a couple on here, and then I put this Dream Big Cloud is actually from Simple Stories Carpe Diem line, and I thought it worked perfect. I think so is the Hello, but they worked really nice with this particular page, so on they went. I've got the sniffles a little bit, and I don't think I've got a cold. I've just got hay fever. There's so much pollen about at the moment, so I do apologise for the sniffling. Now I'm just sticking down one of those chipboard circles, which is off the chipboard sheet. And what do we do next? I think I'm almost finished. This looks almost finished to me. It was actually a very quick layout. The longest part of this layout was backing that cut file. That took forever, but it was well worth it in the end. So I really hope you are enjoying the fact that I'm making process videos again, and I'm so sorry it's been such a long hiatus off my channel for doing videos, but who knows, hopefully I'll get some more routine back in filming these process videos. So at the moment I'm trying to find a paper that I wanted to use as a border, and I'm actually so happy with the one I ended up choosing, which was the graduated yellow gradient paper from Shine. So beautiful. And then I did stitch on the edges of the layout. So what I do when I frame a layout is I remove either 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch from all, like either 1/2 inch from two sides or 1/4 inch from all sides. So I think it depends on where stuff is on the layout. So as you can see, I removed 1/2 inch off one and then 1/4 inch off the other two. So it sits perfectly 1/4 inch all the way around. And then I'm just popping some adhesive down, sticking my layout, and then I will stitch, which I don't think I show you on camera, but then you will see that in the close-up shots. And here I'm going to give you a little bit of a look at the finished layouts. As you can see, I've stitched and rolled up the edges, which I love how that looks. And I've also added some gold colour shine splodges, which looks awesome. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next process video very soon. Bye!